What is up? How's it going? Welcome, BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto communities, and all the communities out there. Guys, welcome to another late night DLT live stream. Guys, appreciate the 2 viewers and the 2 likes for tuning in. You guys are awesome, man. Whoever you are. Hope you guys are having an awesome night. Guys, so what's going on with XDB? We got XDB pumping up at around 69% in the past 24 hours. And in the market cap, we got BTC dipping under 32K. So some micro caps doing pretty well, but you got Ethereum going under 2K. You got XRP about to go under 60 cents. It looks pretty bloody right now, right? But is it as bloody as what we've seen? Is it just a retracement towards creating a newer low? We'll just have to look at the charts, and that's what we're going to be doing this stream, that's for sure. A lot of charts for all those people who are worried about this dip going on, man. That's for sure. Everybody's sleeping on a Tuesday night. Nobody's staying up late on a Tuesday night, but appreciate those who are tuning in right now. You guys are awesome, man. Thanks for the support, Blue Crew, whoever you are. So one of the trades that I've been focusing on and kind of looking at and thinking it has a pretty nice bottom right here, something that looks pretty appealing, is Kava right here. Kava looking pretty good. By the way, I gotta say, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do, but man, yeah, looking at these charts right here for what's going on with Kava, kind of reminds me similarly to what happened around this range. Right, you had your retracement towards the upside, broke down, came back, kind of W'd out. Retracement towards the upside, came back, kind of W'd out. Created that next leg up. So if this is the pattern we're following and that could possibly repeat, talking about possibly a leg down coming for Kava. But how low? Is it going to get to this point right here? Is it going to go back down to around 277, 275? Maybe low $3 range, about $3 to still confirm the higher low, right? Maybe down here, 344, right? Maybe it comes right back down to this side. Find support. We get our breakout. Start working our way up to the upside. But the oscillators are really looking really good. You got the MACD. Decreasing selling pressure, slowly but surely. That's been going on with Kava, man. I really think this one's a super undervalued crypto out there in this space. Low cap, you know, low supply. RSI, MACD looking good. The stochastics looking pretty good, and the volume is just picking up. Oh, what's up? We got people showing up in the chat now. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? We got Miles P in the house. We got Animal 54 in the house. Crypto Frank on Yo G. Think Polka City a security? Yeah, let me check out Polka City. What's up, Crypto Frank? How you doing, man? Elich Irios in the house. That 120 week motorcycle play seems interesting. Paid 70 Polka City a week. What the heck are you talking about, Crypto Frank? Can you please share a link with me, my man? I don't know about Polka City, my dude. I don't know what Polka City is. But right here on Kava, man, on the daily, looking really good, man. I think it's still bullish. I'm going to look at the face of this, you know, recent dump that we've been getting it and calling its bluff. I'm going to say maybe we dip down to as low as around 349, 350, right? Could possibly happen, but if we can bounce up here, man, we can get up to the top of this channel, which would be around $5. And then if we break out, man, and start continuing this bull cycle and really respect the pivot that we have here. So far, we've created higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Let's create that higher high here at around 550, man. That could be a great little price jump right there. Just anywhere around this overhead resistance range looks good, like $5, $5.10. That's where I would like to see it next for Kava. I think it's a good opportunity, man. I'm going to trust the oscillators. I'm going to trust the TA on this one. It looks like a bloody dip, no doubt about it, but For Kava right here, I'm liking the way that it's pivoting. On the weekly, it looks pretty good as well. We zoom out. So Kava looking about a week away, deciding which direction it wants to break out towards. You know, we've seen it break down towards the downside. There's still that possibility. Of course, I could be wrong right now. Could totally be wrong. And we could break down towards the long-term support trend of around 240. But I feel like we've already touched it in this dip, that I don't think we will revisit 240 again. You know, I don't think we would get a double bottom. I think we got our bottom. Now it starts to pick up and get ready for the next shots up, which is talking about possibly getting close to a $10 Kava per Kava. Polk C. Okay, let me check it out. Polk C. Appreciate the support of the Blue Crew. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks to the night owls out there. And if it's daytime for you, I hope your day is going well. Yeah, man. Polk C, I can't find on the charts, my dude. Can you like here, I'll share the Discord with you, man. Join our Discord and then share that to our DL trade chat, where you can just share a screenshot of what you're seeing for the specific project. Here you go, my man. 1:40 a.m. 40 a.m. over here. Animal 54 is a night owl, that's for sure. Guys, thanks for everybody tuning in. 10 people, 8 likes. 12 people, 8 likes. Whoever you are. Appreciate y'all. Algo too. Yeah, let's check out Algo. Algo does look good, man. I think this one's super bullish. Algo is definitely one I want to focus on accumulating more. I'm loving the more and more that I'm seeing from this coin, right? The more things I see, the more excited I get about this project. I love planet watchers as well. I want to get some planet tokens. So the question is, you know, is this going to be a confirmed high or low? And are we going to go pursue at least a higher high up to about above $1, slightly above $1 before our next resistance? Is it like, are we going to assume that this is the shoulder and then maybe the head shows up right here on the long-term support trend, like we get a dip? This would take us down to the 78.6 retracement level too, right? But sometimes you don't want to wait until then. Sometimes the 78.6 retracement level isn't guaranteed, right? When you're testing previous levels of historical resistance as support, could be pivoting very well right here, but the fibs will say, and the long-term support trends say, it could go lower. I think this is the golden retrace zone. I like where Algo is at. I think it'll go sideways for a bit, maybe around the 80 cent range to 90 cent range. You'll probably see a pump to $2 or $1 up to this point before you get rejected again. But once again, you got that long-term support trend that could suggest maybe Kava breaks down here and then starts pivoting up towards the upside from there. But for me, I wouldn't leave anything to chance. I mean, sure, I could lose out on a good amount of money, even half of what I invested basically, if it were to dip down into that 40 cent range from 83 cents. But this is a long-term hodl, man. We know Algorand's one of those real boats, right? So hodling long-term, let's say you dip here to the 49 cent, 43 cent range, and then you could start taking the journey up to 215, and who knows, maybe even more depending on the pace of the adoption for this project. And remember, this is super early days for a project like Algorand. Right? We're talking about a project that really has things that are just bubbling, but nothing really in major production just yet. And we know that's going to probably happen. There's probably going to be some AMM stuff, DeFi applications, if there aren't already, that are underway with Algorand, We know Gary Gensler likes Algorand. We've heard him mention it a couple of times before. Hell, even teach a class about it, right? So Algorand looks really appealing. Maybe it starts doing a little sideways journey here and pivots up towards the upside right here. Next thing you know, you get your breakout. Come back down here, maybe make a cup and handle. Right? We don't know what the capabilities of Algorand could be during this bull cycle, right? It came in just near the end of 2019, right? Went through the 2020, crazy year of 2020, and then has gotten lucky to just pick up on the wave for this bull cycle. And arriving just in time to maybe experience some major price movement. We're talking like next targets close to $3 for Algorand if things break up towards the upside in a really nice way. So those are your options right there with Algorand, guys. When lunch, J. Roy bulldogging in the house. What's up, J. Roy? Made it working that 15-hour shift. Cryptoholic, appreciate you, man. Guys, 11 likes. You guys are awesome. Design 85. I've been trying to look into StoreX. It's just crazy with StoreX, man, and what Zinfin's trying to do. I'm really interested to see what they are doing that is going to allow for more accessibility compared to something like a Storage or Filecoin or Siacoin, right? These projects have been around for much longer time and have probably made more headway in the storage, the centralized storage space. I wonder what Zinfin with storage is doing that's innovating what perhaps maybe Siacoin, Storage, and Filecoin aren't already, right? But I definitely like that, man. A node for 250 bucks. Design 85. That sounds great, man. That sounds great. Can you send me a link of what the specs are? Guys, thanks for the 12 viewers and the 12 likes. So let's check out Ocean Protocol for Animal 54. But we're liking, so far, we're liking Kava and Algorand's charts, man. I mean, sure, they wanted to bring another bloody day. I think it could be a very exciting weekend, you guys. I think we're getting like that little bit of red just before a weekend pump. I think it'd be a really exciting weekend, man, because we've been already starting to pivot. You're already seeing cryptos like XDB, for example. XDB had a major pump today, right? 24-hour high so far for XDB was 987. And a lot of cryptos, if you look here, let's look at XDBs really quick because it even helps with this Ocean Protocol chart. Right, so look at Ocean Protocol here on the daily. Remember this situation right here. Just look at this situation right here for Ocean Protocol, right? A lot of cryptos look like this right now. And so it's good when you have these... It's interesting when you have these minor cap coins. Look at that, right? Remember what we just saw? That little downslope? Well, look how far ahead right now XDB is. Right? Not saying that it's ahead of the market or anything. It's probably ahead of some of these cryptos for right now for some reason. I'm not saying XDB is a profound crypto or anything. It's definitely been impressive though in this past week. I don't know why it had such a surge, but you could tell it hit a bottom. It hit that long-term support trend. We were talking about it, right? Nice, awesome pivot towards the upside. I thought it was going to hit rejection right here. I thought it was going to get rejected right here and then come down possibly all the way down to 4 cents. And it still could. It's it is a very pump and dump type of coin for digital bits. But going back to Ocean Protocol, and just once again, remember this downsloping area right here. Right there as well. And respecting long-term support trends, right? So I'm not saying Ocean Protocol is going to pump. just based off those reasons. I love that those reasons are also coming along with everything else that looks pretty favorable, right? You got the stochastics looking good. You got the RSI looking good. MACD is somewhat in your favor, except the selling pressure really dropped off. Maybe we get a little bit of a wave of some selling pressure. But if this is our bottom right here, long-term support trend going back to August 20, upsloping support trend right here. So if it respects this, we have a chance for some great gains, up to possibly 74 cents for your Ocean protocol, right? Zoom on in. If we do the exact same thing that we just saw XDB do with I mean, this could be a given right here, almost back up to $1, right? If we get an impulse up in the same way that we did with XDB. If not, I could see this at least down to 77, up to 77 cents, which is an amazing price, right? You're already around that, you know, we fibbed it. We did the overall fib. You have the 78.6. This is usually, and you've already proven that this is a pivot point time and time again. And look how much less and less it got, right? Every time it went under that line. At first it was bigger. Then it got a tiny bit smaller, and then even smaller right here. Ocean Protocol can wake a lot of people up, man. It made some big movements early on. Like, look at this. It's just been progressively bigger and bigger for these pumps for Ocean Protocol, right? And I love Ocean Protocol because I do believe it has some major connections to what's going on with the ILP. I wouldn't be surprised if $2 is in the range of outcomes for Ocean Protocol, and even higher, you know, depending on how strong this pivot's going to be. This looks like it was your moonshot one from in July, so you were down at 7 cents, went up to 70 cents, major retracement, came back down, made the next pump up to $1.88, $1.95. I could see Ocean Protocol going for another move into the mid $2 range, getting close to $3, but not quite. And then probably another major resistance would follow. Hell, maybe you do get into the $3 range. Maybe you get a really nice big pump for your Moonshot 3, but I think that would be the Moonshot 3 for Ocean Protocol. But it looks good, man. A lot of the indicators are in its favor, right? Could pull what we just saw with XDB, right? Once again, XDB just killing it in the past 24 hours. Them digital bits, little bits. Right? Once again, we haven't seen this part yet, but this is what possibly could happen for Ocean Protocol. Showing how similar their patterns are. You know, I'm just going back and forth between these charts. Right? Almost everything is on sale. Yeah, basically. I mean, we're not going lower than what we have gone before for some of these, right? Remember, these cryptos went down to as like Ocean Protocol went down to 32 cents. It's only at 39 right now, and possibly establishing a higher low. Let's check out Tezos. Guys, appreciate everybody tuning in. We're just doing hardcore charts today because we know things are dipping. We know things are red. We're just trying to make sure everything's still in line for continuation of this bull cycle, right? Hopefully we're creating higher lows. Gala's still going strong, man. I'm loving the pumps that are coming from Gala right here. All right, so Tezos short term, we probably hit our stop loss. Yep. So we probably would have already sold at a loss right here. But I'm still bullish on this, given the amount it has retraced from this bottom right here. We're still, if you start pivoting around here, we'll see how this daily closes. But you're still creating a possible higher low if it starts retracing at this point for Tezos. Right? It could be like last call. Really. It's like just trying to shake out the little bit of more weak hands who are very worried about a possible major dump towards the downside. And we'll see, man. I mean, I'm willing to be wrong. I just think we're hitting some long-term support trends, and like the things are lining up with the fibs right here. Maybe we get a little bit down towards the ultimate support trends of these cryptos. And that could happen. That very well is in the realm of possibilities for Tezos here, going down to 190. But man, the journey upwards, once this bottom is confirmed, whichever point it is, the journey upwards is going to be back up towards the top of this channel. Because that's in the history of Tezos' volatility, and it only gets more and more volatile. Right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a breakout towards the upside from this triangle right here for Tezos. I would say my first target's going to be around... I need to change this first target right here. I'm going to less the target right here. I'm going to say about a 15+% gain. Up to around 334 if we break out of this triangle for Tezos XTZ. I'm excited about Tezos, man. I'm hearing more and more about Cosmos ecosystem like collaborating with Tezos, right? And you know, Tezos has their things that they're brewing underneath the surface as well. They're getting some NFT platform stuff, some DeFi stuff going their way. Remember, them and Spring Initiative are basically like the only two blockchains that are working with Securitize. And I really love this long-term support trend that Tezos has had, right? That it's just supported since February 2019 towards the upside. And we're getting closer and closer to that bottom. And who knows if we even get to touch it again. Right? Like, let me clean this all up. Like, look right here, man. Even from its beginning of its history, this was a point of resistance it broke through. And this, the bullishness has just gotten more progressive. For Tezos. Who knows what the next journey upwards going to be, man. Talking about possibly $10 per Tezos from where it's at right now. Sure, it can trend a little sideways for a bit. Maybe it does something like this. And then towards the end of the year, bam. You just start getting your pivot towards the upside for Tezos. But I'm liking this long-term support trend. That Mintable app is dope. I gotta check it out, my dude. Yep, how far are you willing to ride this wave down before buying more? That's why I just like buying these cryptos that I know are real boats. They're going to be around for the long run. You know, like Tezos, XRP, XLM. That's where I like starting to go into these, like, you know, the low cap cryptos like Kava. Kava, I'm definitely optimistic about the long-term viability of Kava and where they're going. Another one that I've been keeping an eye out for, and you guys know I love this freaking Cosmos ecosystem, so. IrisNet. What they're doing with the BSC, man, and their part in China. IrisNet's setting up to be a really, really cool little gem out there in the cryptosphere. And a lot of things looking in its favor as well. The RSI looking good, the MACD lining up, the stock RSI lining up, the VWAP lining up, right? Possibly creating a higher low right here. Right? Still have that chance of creating this higher low from the previous low. And at a pretty decent pivotal point of resistance right here, you've seen accumulation around this area for IrisNet. We'll see how this daily closes, but it's around that same area of accumulation, so this could be a nice bottom right here for IrisNet to break towards the upside. Right? And create a newer high, possibly around the range of 9 cents. So maybe a 30% gain maximum. I think a pretty safe area to trade would probably be once it hits 8.6. Take some profit right there. One is going to pull a Matic. All right, yeah, we'll check that out too. But yeah, we could have this journey up towards the top of this channel for IrisNet up to around 30 cents. And who knows, you know, it could even be more for IrisNet, we can finally break out of this channel, and it would just be crazy price discovery range for IrisNet and where it could go, because we've had the release of the IBC inter-blockchain communication layer this year, right? IBC is going to be massive, you guys. It is so important for so many companies, and the blockchain service network is being IBC enabled. IrisNet and what they're doing with IBC, being one of the first major players on the Cosmos ecosystem, I think it's a crazy idea, or crazy thing, that Iris is even at this price range. I don't know why, but a lot of things I've been hearing about it. I'm excited for this project, and you know, I think it's a great opportunity at this possible bottom right here that we could be experiencing with IrisNet as well. But let's check out let's check out Harmony. Recent collaboration going on with Secret Network for Harmony. Loving what they're doing. Yep, long term is the goal. Yeah, that's what, especially when you're seeing these dumps and, you know, it kind of gets you down and you're thinking about buying these dips, then, you know, I like buying the dips of the cryptos I feel are real boats, or have some great opportunities where I really do believe they're like at a bottom. So Harmony looking very bullish, right? Checking out this area right here. You got your hump up right here. You went up to your high, bam, came back down. Same right here, hump up, went to your high, came back down, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Then you had a little bit of a pivot moment right here, had a little bit of a pivot moment right here. And then the rest is history. Maybe something like this that ends up going on for Harmony, and then we'll see what happens from here. But if it breaks out towards the upside, you know, we'll see. We'll see. But Harmony did some tremendous things already in this bull cycle, you guys. It did some tremendous things. It went from 0.005 up to around 21 cents, and VeChain did something similar to that. And do you think Harmony is at the level of VeChain right now, where they should be even close in price? I mean, this crypto market does do nonsensical things, but I think it's an interesting question to see. But Harmony, maybe the genie's out of the bottle with Harmony, and maybe it's ready to go for some sort of crazy highs. We'll see. Look at the long-term fib from the bottom to the high. I mean, you needed this consolidation if you wanted it to move up towards the upside anyways. Pivoting right there at around the deep retracement zone of the 78.6. It's not looking too bad. It's not looking too bad. Could be ready for a pivot right here. Do your Elliott impulse wave. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Could be lining up for a run-up, so we'll see. If it creates this new high right here at 10 cents per Harmony, or 9 cents, this could look really good. The stochastics are not in your favor. The RSI looks pretty good. The VWAP looks alright, and the selling pressure looks to be easing off a bit. See, that's the thing with this dump that's going on. It's like some of these cryptos still look bullish despite what's going on. Maybe it dumps further. We'll have to see. Let's check out where HBAR is at, because we've been getting bullish on HBAR's chart for sure, and where it's at. Design 85, I hear you, man. It does have the room to go towards the long-term trend if it wants to. Harmony's chart not looking bad though, not looking bad. All right, so HBAR, I think we'll see. We'll see what the HBAR wants to do. Doesn't want to confirm this high or low, maybe double bottom and start creeping on up. If it starts doing this, watch out, man. It's setting itself up for another major move towards the upside. And you're going to see HBAR all of a sudden at like 29 cents, around the 30-cent range. It'll just do one of those things where it just shoots up when you least expect it. right? And then you're also hitting overhead resistance at around this range, right? So that's a possibility in the range of outcomes right here for H-bar. It's just going to linger around here. You're going to be unsure of what's going on. And then next thing you know, bam, just hit the top of the channel here. And then who knows? Sure, you can get rejected right there. But I think H-bar is at least due for a relief rally for sure. And it looks, it's continuing to play this part of what we kept referencing right here in the past. We said, like, what's going on here? It looks like a bigger version of that over here. So if this pivot is true, like we think it is, you know, you're talking about some possibly really nice gains. You're talking about newer all-time highs coming, close to 50 cents per H-bar. And of course, if we do, you know, after this relief rally, we get rejected at the top of the channel here, then sure, coming back down to around 0.58 is a high possibility. If we would get rejected, come down here, 13 cents, 0.58 will become a thing to keep track of. New Titan 88 or 888, what's up, man? I've been trying to validate H-bar for a while now. Yep, H-bar is a little bit ahead of Harmony, for sure. We definitely like to try to find these cryptos that have similarities too, right? So, like we said with Ocean Protocol and XDB, they got some similarities. Other similarities that they got, they're available. Like, it seems like Qcoin coins have been going off, so if you're on Qcoin, maybe there's some, you know, XDB just blew up probably because of Qcoin or it being on Qcoin or whatnot. Wouldn't be surprised to see Ocean Protocol, another coin that's on there, with similar charts, doing something similar to what it is. But I'm expecting, dude, after many months of consolidation right here for H-bar, I'm going for the pivot right here, man. I'm not going to get greedy and hope for another dip, which it could certainly happen, and we have it plotted out. We can see how that can happen. But I'm going to go as far to say as we're ready to go. We're ready to go for another movement, at least some relief period right here for H-bar towards the upside. Exactly, my man. Let's look at Solana, of course, man. We love Sol. Always bullish on Sol. So yeah, once again, you're well, let's actually look at the real price on Live Coin Watch. Let's see the updated price with Sol. So Sol 27.81. Wow, what an I think this is a great opportunity right here for. Really depends on which way does this want to go, man. This is where you're at right here. You either think you're at the bottom of this channel and you're buying the dip and buying the bottom and going to get a nice relief period up to around 30 bucks. Short-term gains right there for you. Could be something like this that ends up happening. You get the relief period, comes back up to 30 bucks, and then curves on down again. And then this is going to be very, very crucial. Because then it can dip on you, right? Come back down to around the $11 range, which would be insane. But you have these long-term trend lines, right? Long-term trend lines being respected right here. And it seems like Solana just gets, like, check this out. So we've already shown its history and how every pump kind of starts in a similar way, right? So check out this possible massive ascending broadening wedge that H-bar or Solana's in. And if we were to find support right here and begin towards the top of the channel, you're talking about like $75 plus, maybe even $80, close to triple digit Solana. Each pump that it's starting has gone from its consolidation. It's gotten bigger and more vertical, right? So wouldn't be surprised if it's something like, starts straight lining up and, exponentially larger than this. We just need that breakout. We're keeping an eye. We're trying to see that breakout finder right here. Right? My gosh, new Titan 888. What's up, dude? Thanks for the $20 bomb, man. Shout out to you. Cryptoholic with the $5 bomb. What's up, family? You guys are bringing the bullishness tonight, man. New Titan 888. He's feeling bullish as hell, man. Loving it, my dude. Let's check out the ASX chart for sure. Chops Fury, what's up, my man? H-bar doesn't have a big enough piece of pie. In my opinion, the circulating supply is still so low compared to every other important token that's almost all maxed out at this point. Okay, I hear you, Design 85. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it did break down for H-bar towards the downside, but I mean, it's been consolidating for a good long period of time, my dude. Proof of attendance. I appreciate that, dude. Ethan Mort, sorry, just here for, just got here. Any reason for the flash crash? I don't think so, man. I don't think there's any reason for the flash crash. I think we're just creating a higher low and confirming the higher low. But people are confusing it as a dump. That's my personal opinion. I think people are thinking what we are experiencing is a continuation of a dump and breaking down in a bear market. You're probably getting rid of the last set of weak hands that if they haven't already sold during these dumps before our next continuation towards the upside. I feel that right here for Solana specifically, man. I'm loving Solana's charts. Like, their MACD level right here. Selling pressure is decreasing. RSI's on the upward trend. Stock RSI at the bottom of the channel. This is where you want to be accumulating, right? Or I would be accumulating, at least. We already saw moments of accumulation in our history too, right around this area, right around here, and right around here, right? I don't think it's going to dip below this. If it does, it's going to get bought up. You'll see that next wick. It'll creep back into the channel, start climbing a little bit, maybe something like that. And then you'll see the pivot towards the upside and a breakout. I do believe Solana is setting itself up for its next breakout. Do the fibs from the low of the breakout to the high, pivoting right around that deep retracement 78.6 area. Like, so many of these indicators are lining up really nicely for Solana. And remember, man, I mean, I think this is a real boat. I love Solana. You know, I've been really big on Solana for some time. And, you know, it at $60 I thought was still pretty good compared to the long-term vision of what's going to be going on. But right here at 27 bucks, man. Even the short-term gains, at least, just getting a chance to maybe touch $34 again, that's a good short-term trade. But if we start breaking out, who knows what the high could be for this? Remember, Sam Bankman-Fried loves Solana. We're just seeing more and more development going on for Solana. More things building, right? This thing's just been a rocket ever since its mainnet launch. It's just been positive, upward momentum for Solana. I wish I had tens of thousands of dollars to buy the dip right now. Now looks like a really good time to buy. Dan the XRP, man, I'm telling you. I think so too, dude. I think so too. I don't want to get... I'm not trying to get people to FOMO here. I'm just trying to be objective, right? Like, the more we look at these charts and, you know, if I'm going to be streaming charts and showing them to you guys, I just want to... Like, I'm always optimistic in my thinking, but I try to... you know, follow what these indicators say, and I'll tell you what the indicators are saying, and, you know, we try to figure out what's happening here. So far, I think, personally, you guys can tell me if I'm wrong, maybe I'm not looking at it right, but with all these indicators, and you know, creating higher lows. We just came off a previous higher high. MACD selling pressure is easing up. Rising RSI. About to rise stock RSI. Right? Your PVT volume is building up. So we'll look back at this. We'll look back at what happened with Solana for sure. We're going to be... We'll project the... Yeah. We'll say... Let's say where our next target would be. I would say this would be our new high in the $40 range. Somewhere around here. I could see that. I'm going to get rid of this... this bar right here. But short-term target, I'm going to say as high as about 40 bucks. If you don't get rejected hard at the $35 range. So maybe even shorter term target. $34. Breakout, you come up to $40. Come back down. Maybe you test and create even a higher low. Test your previous area of resistance as support right around there. And then continue on towards the upside for a glorious journey possibly for Solana. Alex E, what's up, my man? Guys, thanks for the 26 viewers and the 14 or 17 likes. Thanks for getting, you know, the YouTube algos picking it up right here. Yes, made it to your stream. What's up, VeChain and XRP, man? Speaking of VeChain, let's look at VeChain. We were looking at their charts not too long ago. Guys, appreciate all the love from the Blue Crew, man. Welcome to another DLT late night live stream. Appreciate y'all. So, as we noticed in VeChain's history, we're bullish on VeChain as well. We were looking in the past and seeing this pattern right here, very similar to what's going on. I'll just erase all of this. We'll just start from scratch again. So we identified our long-term trend line, right? Saw that it's perfectly right there meeting with it, which was great. You got a positive ceiling that you know you can possibly hit if it's on the journey up. So we feel like we can get maybe past or back to 14.6 cents for VeChain in the short term, at least. Long term, of course, I know everybody's super bullish on VeChain. But if we look here, when it touched the previous high, you had a high, you had a lower high, and a dip down kind of cup situation handle, and then you started making your breakout towards the upside to this high. And this high is our version of this one. You got a lower high like we just saw here. Come back down, do a little cup, a little bit down a retracement, and then now hopefully we can begin our climb up and start getting another movement and even more bullishness for VeChain, dude. Like, if this bull cycle is going to continue, it's going to be unbelievable prices we're going to be seeing right here, you guys. If it's respecting this long-term support trend for VeChain, the stock RSI looks great. Bottom of the channel. RSI ascending. Selling pressure decreasing on the MACD. Like, I know this flash crash sucks, and what it looks like, it's just all red, you guys. But we're still possibly creating newer lows for these higher lows for these cryptos. VeChain will soon be $5 easy. This chart we are looking at right now will be nothing but a blip. VeChain XRP, I certainly hope so, my man. I certainly hope so, dude. That would be amazing, man. No doubt. That'd be a lot of fun, man. I would love that. How low do you all think XRP is gonna drop to? We'll see, man. We're thinking we're getting some pivots here, dude. I think people are getting, you know, we'll see what tomorrow brings, but I think this weekend could be actually very fun, man. XDB has given us some hope to believe. Yeah, digital bits out of all things, right? Digital bits right here. Pretty big gains that it just had in the past 24 hours. And I think it's a little bit ahead of the market right now. And I think the market may, over the weekend, follow this same premise. We had a downward slope right around here. Look at where VeChain was at. You had a downward slope, breakout towards the upside right here, breaking through the overhead resistance range. Hopefully we can close there for XTB. That would be great and not creep back into the channel. But if we look at VeChain again, just kind of remember that downward sloping image. And the two higher highs, right? Come on, VeChain. Come on, VeChain. There we go. Downward sloping range. Double bottoming. Testing long-term support trend. Tested long-term support trend, moved towards the upside. Tested long-term support trend, moved to the upside. Testing long-term support trend. Hopefully it does. You don't want to see VeChain go lower than this, man. It goes lower, we're probably going back to as low as our most possible resistance as support, which would be at around 2 pennies, 3 pennies per VeChain, if we were to see it. You also get your impulse wave, your 1, your 2, your 3, your 4, your 5. Which direction does it want to go from this impulse? It's got to make a decision somewhere. Decided to pivot towards the upside. Looks like it's just barely. We'll see how this daily candle closes, man. We still got a lot of time on this daily candle for VeChain to maybe even turn bullish. Who knows? But if we can confirm this higher low, it could be a journey up towards that top of the channel. Good times. Short-term good times for VeChain, fam. Going from 6.8 to possibly 11 cents. 10 cents, 11 cents. Loving our journey to the new 1%. Yeah, without a doubt, man. It's like we're just kids in the candy shop, man. We're kids who got early access to the candy shop, and the owners haven't arrived to notice that we're there. It's like we got in there at night, you know, on accident, and the owners aren't there, and now they're going to show up. The owners will show up eventually, and they'll be like, okay, well, you know, you're just kids. You didn't know any better. Maybe some owners will be pissed off at certain kids and ask for their candy back, but all of us just our own Dan Peñas over here. Dan the XRP, man, I've been thinking about getting that Samsung Ultra phone, man. I just invested another grand into Doc. Let's check out. Oh, we were going to check out AGX, right, for Chops Fury. And did I say thank you to the donation for Legendary, my man? Legendary, you're awesome, dude. Always thankful for your support, my man. Shout out to Legendary, dude. OG Blue Crew, man. AGX, let's go for it. Guys, much love to the Blue Crew. Much love to all of y'all. Thanks for your support. No AGX showing up. Are you talking about AGIX? Possibly Singularity? You can already be getting your breakout right here with AGIX. Yep. Overhead resistance, though, incoming soon. This is going to be a crazy test right here for AGIX. You can have something that goes like this for you, right? You'll get super excited. It'll touch 34 cents, and then see if it wants to break out, come here and treat it as support and continue the run, or get rejected and come back down towards that 20-cent range and then test its metal there. It's an interesting one to keep a track of, right? Set up our long-term support trend. Let's see where we're at. Do we have room to go down to that? Sure we do. Could possibly see it at 8 cents. Right? Maybe it can break down towards this direction. Bounce at around 10 cents, 11 cents. This is proven to be an accumulation area. So this could be your pivot already. This could be your pivot. Yeah, care. Yep. Areas of accumulation right there. I mean, I don't think this dip is as bad, man. It sucks seeing the sea of red, but you know, if we can trust the T8, trust the charts, and see that we're creating some higher lows. I mean, I'm not too sure here with Singularity, because it does have a little bit more room that it could dip if it wants to. It could come down back to 16 cents before truly pivoting towards the upside, right? Hell, maybe even 18 cents. When the DYX goes down, crypto is on another bull run. Let's pray, hope the DYX drops. We'll see, my man. Guys, let me know how the connection's coming through. It looks like we're getting some whack stuff. What about CeeLo, Yosef? Let's check out CeeLo, my dude. And guys, appreciate you tuning in and watching and supporting this channel. Being active in the chat. Much love to y'all, man. Always good vibes with the Blue Crew. Always good times on the late night DLT live streams. Alright, so we tested our overhead resistance, got rejected, came back down, but not too bad. Still in range to create that higher low for CeeLo right here. If we look at let's get rid of this target range right here. Go from the bottom to the top with our fibs, short term. Could go down to the 78.6, retest this long-term support trend again, and still confirm a higher low. So there is a possibility of still going down to 232. Or you could pivot around here at this golden retrace zone. Looks like you're already seeing some buyers coming in with a tiny wick right there at 263. Let's zoom in a little bit more. I like the way the stochastics are looking, though, that's for sure. Yeah, everything else, though, the RSI and the stock RSI, not really in its favor. I mean, the stock RSI isn't in the favor, but the MACD, not so much. Alright, so zooming in on the 4 hour here. MACD looks pretty favorable to it, actually. Wonder what you guys think. Yeah, we had the decrease. I mean, that's why you had the breakout just recently. I mean, that was a place to probably take some profits. And people did. But CeeLo could be bullish right here. If we confirm this shoulder, this inverse shoulder, you could get a pivot back up towards, back to $4 again. And if you can break out of there, create even another higher high, which your overhead resistance would probably be around here, where I had it circled for our shot up. I think we're still in good standing. I'm going to keep the faith with what's going on with CeeLo to pivot on up towards the upside. You know what? And if it does touch the support trend again at 249, 250, I won't be mad, man. Because, you know, at least we're confirming the higher low compared to this right here, right? New Titan 888, man, you are the man, my dude. Thanks for the $10 donation. Shout out to you, bro. Thanks for dropping the love into the chat. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for tuning in tonight. Unbelievable, man. New Titan feeling the bullishness. Jab or hook. Frogadelic Research, what's up, man? Chia Network looks undervalued. Sure, we'll look at that next. Oh, you guys want to look at IOTA and WanChain. Okay, I got you. Sorry, guys. It's hard to keep track sometimes. But thanks for repeating, and I'll do my best. I'll do my best. All right. Yeah, the RSI could be in your favor still for, and the stock RSI looks good. I like CeeLo. I'm keeping the faith with CeeLo here. Keeping the faith with CeeLo on the pivot. Alex Eat, man. Shout out to Alex Eat, dude. Alex Eat's responsible for our logo and what we got going on our profile pic for Twitter and all that stuff, man. Shout out to Alex Eat. Thanks for the artwork, my dude. Shout out to XRP Bags, too. He's given us a good artwork. But unfortunately, the channel evolved to this somehow. I don't understand, but I guess it's because I couldn't keep running the fiat leak in the background. Legendary saying I'm a doobie guy. Alright, let's move on. Let's do some Wand Chain, and then we'll look at IOTA, and then we'll look at, what was it? XCH or something like that, or Chia? You got it. Alright, establish the long-term support trend. Let's let the story load. Let's go back all the way to March 2020 because that's when the bull market started for a lot of the cryptos out there. They all have long-term support trends coming up from here. We go here. So we do have the possibility of still coming down towards this downside to touch it. I think that's where your bottom would be. But if we look at the fibs, this could be a moment where it could pivot, right? This could be, you're extremely oversold, could pivot around here. Wouldn't be surprised if it did at the 78.6. If you confirm this higher low from the previous low, if you continue, really depends on if this is how this daily candle is going to close for you. Right? Still a higher low. Still a higher low. Right? Just really depends on how this wants to close for you. Stock RSI is looking pretty good. The RSI is looking good. Guys, I'm not afraid of this retracement whatsoever. I think we're getting closer to the low. We could already be pivoting, possibly. I'm not going to get greedier. For some of these cryptos, I'm just like, you know what? I'm not going to get greedier and hope that it touches the bottom of this trend. Some people may, and it could happen. I wouldn't be surprised. You know, you be touching like the overhead resistance before your major drop, right? You would be in line just before the catastrophic drop of February 2020 down to March 2020. If you came back down here and tested it and found support, great. That would be your bottom, but you know, if we're going parabolic, if we're going for the bull trend, you want to start pivoting right here, right? This is the reason why I drew this other, you know, support trend from November 2020 up till now, is because this is what happens when a crypto does start to go parabolic. These support trends start to kind of pivot to look parabolic, right? They start getting a little bit, the in-kind starts getting a little bit more dramatic, right? Things like that. I'm just showing the drawings. I'm not showing it in relation to this chart, right? But we do like our super long-term support trend because we know we have that to fall back to in case of anything, right? It helps us find out if we're closer to our bottom or not. It helps us do our fib. Okay, so let's jump over to, so I like Wand Chain, man. I like Wand Chain around this range. You could have the possibility of going lower, but man, you've already been consolidating since April. Severe drop, consolidation towards the downside. Now you get a little bit of a chance of a pivot that's happening right here, and it's going towards the upside still. It hasn't confirmed that it's a lower process for a lower low just yet. And let's zoom in a little bit more. Let's see what's going on in the 4-hour here. Yeah, you're already seeing a little bit of wick pressure here. Let's go from the low to the high, and right there at the deeper tracement level of the 78.6, you could be pivoting right here for Wand Chain, right? All right, let's check out IOTA. I think somebody dropped in IOTA, right? So we're going to look at IOTA. Oh my gosh, Chops Fury, dude. Thanks for the $7.99. Appreciate you, man. It was ASX, actually, my dude. Okay, I got you, brother. I got you. Sorry for missing out on that, dude. We'll check out ASX for you. So we could be at the end of an Elliott wave right here for IOTA. And hopefully get ready for a pivot as well, as we could possibly confirm our higher low. I mean, it's getting really, really close to not confirming it right here, but get a double bottom right here. It could be nice. And then you can go as high as your first target. Here, let me just clear out all this stuff here. First target would probably be, if you were to pivot right here, confirm the bottom, the high or low. Just matters as long as it's a high or low. Create a higher high right here. That would be great. If not, if you're going towards the downside for IOTA, I wouldn't be surprised if you start coming down to the 53-cent range. You may have room to go there based on your long-term support trend. Oh, it's on the 4-hour? Give me a second. Let me zoom out. Oh, geez. This is a mess. Okay. Let's go back to March 2020. Long-term support trend towards the upside. Like I said before, it could already be pivoting here. If we go towards the overhead resistances and hopefully we're treating it as support, which it looks like we could. Right there. Low to high with our fib. 78.6 retracement right here. I mean, a lot of cryptos are looking this way, you guys. A lot of cryptos are looking this way. Decline in selling pressure. You've already had a little bit of a breakout towards the upside. Looks like the RSI is being respected towards the upside as well. And your stock RSI is on the low. This is an area to accumulate, so you can ride it up towards the top. Yeah, man, $1 IOTA again could be, you know, very, very nice to see for some people. Maybe close to $1. I would probably be selling just before that psychological resistance right there. So let's check out ASX4. Chops Fury, my dude. Guys, appreciate everybody who's tuned in. ASX, dude, dang. Let me try on TradingView for you, my man. If you got a chart link, you can send it to me, I think. Is it a stock? What's like the full name of it? Yeah, man, I'm not seeing crypto in here, so let me know. Definitely want to help out. You help me out, dude. Yeah, looking like it's at a bottom. I know, I feel you. Frogadelic, I think the moon is soon. I think we're going to get ready for our next movements, man. This end of year, or, you know, July is not over just yet, and we'll see, man. We've just been consolidating already for a few months in a row. It would make sense if we start getting a little bit of relief, even if we are in a bear trend, let's say, overall. Like, look at this overhead resistance for IOTA right here that you can possibly still hit in a relief rally, right? You can go up to 122 possibly. 115, $1 from where that's at 70 cents. For a short-term gain, that sounds pretty good. Axie Infinity, I got you. Yeah, here, this is where I would be concerned with Axie Infinity, man, because it's just in price discovery mode at this point. I don't like jumping in on cryptos that are doing this already, dude. It's my own preference. Like, I don't care if it's still bullish and, you know, could be the stochastics are showing a pivot towards the downside and you're at the top of it. We'll see. You know, so far the RSI has started to aim towards the downside as well. We really have had no selling pressure come in for some time, and it looks like you could be hitting your top. Going back from the beginning and all these overhead resistances, I mean, you may have a little bit more room to go, or you could be hitting your top right here, right? I don't like chasing pumps that have already gone straight line, as close to a straight line up as they can. Right? I wish I could have accumulated here though. Whoever made some awesome gains off this, you know, bravo, man. $4.19 up to $20. That's a hell of a gain. That's a hell of a short-term gain right there. You know, I guess maybe if we were to retrace from here, maybe a good buyback area could be around this range. Right here at $14. Hell, maybe even lower. You know, maybe it goes to here. To to 638. Maybe it comes back down to here and really tests a bottom for Axie Infinity. Test this long-term support trend right here at 354 and then start getting impulse towards the upside. Long-term support trend right there. Yeah, maybe 540, 550, somewhere around there. Yeah, exactly, man. I missed that pump. I'm not chasing it, dude. I don't care if it does go higher. I'm not taking that. I don't want to take the risk. I want to jump in on the lowest risk possible. And it was perfect. Whoever followed this chart and was accumulating. See, this is what hopefully that we're going to be experiencing. Like what XDB is doing. I think Axie Infinity, a lot of these micro cap coins are a little bit ahead of the game right now in terms of the way their algos are responding. And you could be seeing this happen for things like H-bar, for example. Like this looks very similar to me with what's going on with either H-bar or V-chain. Like, let's try to just remember this higher high, and then dip towards the downside and then level out. Let's look at V-chain and see if that's similar. Yeah, higher high. I mean, you got a lower high right here, so that's a little bit different. But then it started whittling out. So if we believe it's respecting this long-term support trend right here for V-chain, and we do believe it maybe could go in that same route that Axie Infinity just did and XDB could, and there's, you know, no reason why it couldn't. You could be having some really awesome, an awesome run right here for V-chain coming up. Let me see if it was H-bar. One of these cryptos had a very similar look to it. No, not H-bar, but was it Akash? I think, yep, it was Akash. Akash and Axie Infinity have a similar looking chart. Here, I'll clear out Akash right here. AKT. So yeah, once again, high, higher high, down, dwindled, and then blast off, right? That's where Axie Infinity just did. Kind of pumped right here near the end, but it dwindled right here. I mean, were 3 months of consolidation and bear trend not enough? You know, you guys, was it just not enough? So yeah, right here, look at that. We're just going back and forth with Axie Infinity right now, and dang it, which one was it, guys? Akash Network, there we go. It was AKT, right? So higher high, dipped down, picked on up, retraced, maybe retraced a little bit more, and then had a nice impulse towards the upside. I feel like AKT could do that. I feel like AKT could reflect that. Okay, Kosh, come on. Guys, appreciate you tuning in, man. Always good times on the DLT late night live stream, guys. I know this this red is probably scaring some people, so we're trying to see what we are looking at here. So yeah, man. If we just keep the faith, hopefully we trust the history right here with Akash. You do have a long-term support trend that it could always visit if it wants to, which I certainly hope it doesn't, but you never know. You know, you can go to the super low $2 range right around here, or you can just confirm this area as an area of accumulation, which we've seen a wick right here, wick right there, wick right here. Who knows what happens on this daily candle? How about the doc chart? Oh, my bad, Vet XRP. I got you, my dude. But yeah, we're still waiting for a breakout for AKT here, and I think it's just setting itself up for maybe something massive. Because we do the project's only grown since these dates for AKT, and if you look at the MACD, the pressure is just easing up little by little. The RSI is just building up little by little. I mean, wait, let me just finish this thing here with the AKT. Easing up little by little. little by little on the MACD, just easing up. And then you're at the bottom of the stock RSI. Like, this is juicy. Juicy stuff for a lot of cryptos, man. It's like a trader salivates at these opportunities right here. All right. Let's go to Doc. Yeah, for some of these projects, you do have to think long term. Exactly, man. I mean, I'm playing all this stuff that we're looking at. Most of the charts, I'll zoom in a little bit just to try to confirm our daily projections, but I just like looking at the daily. I play these cryptos on the daily. If you want me to look at it on the hourly or anything like that, you know, you can let me know. But I just kind of like playing these things on the daily because it's hard for me to, you know, just keep track of it on the hourly. It's good to zoom in on the hourly, though, to know where we're possibly could be going. Okay, so you could have a potential breakout right here. You know, pretty weak breakout, but you still confirmed your higher low. If you can confirm your higher low here, this could be looking pretty good for Doc, right? You had a low here, lower low, created the higher low. Let's continue the higher low. Let's go to the new higher high. Yeah, anywhere at 12, I would say, yeah, I would say right there, that's a pretty good goal right there at 11 cents. If it bounces towards the upside right here. And if it does, if it breaks through that, I mean, 14 cents isn't out of the range of outcomes. That would be your top, though. Back to the all the way to the top again, which would be a resistance level for sure. Yeah, this is a crucial move for Doc, because if you create this higher high, it's game on. It's like, it's big time. Right? Because then you're already confirming, you know, so far you're still having lower highs. Lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high. So you don't want to break down towards the downside, back towards the top of the channel. Respect the support again, and then create another lower high, come back down. You know, you don't want to get stuck in this channel for that long doing the same thing. You want to be respecting this new upward support trend that you've created. So this could be a bottom point right here for it. If it pivots up towards the upside, it could look really good. RSI, I mean, MACD easing up little by little right now too. RSI from the long term going back to May 2021. Ooh, you could be dipping under it. You could be dipping just under it right here. We'll see. The stock RSI is in your favor though, and this is one of my favorite indicators right here. When it's down at this point, I like those opportunities for when the stock RSI is pointing out on that. Yeah, so hopefully this helps, my dude. Yeah, relief pump is beginning now. I think so too. I think so too. I think you get this little bit of a flash crash because high volatility is about to come in. That's what I think is going on. You'll get these type of crashes. You don't go as low as you previously did. You establish the higher low, and it's just starting to get the rhythm going for some high volatility. Just like what we saw with XDB. XDB has been going through some crazy high volatility right now, but it broke out massively towards the upside. I think you're going to start seeing what's happening with a lot of these minor cap cryptos start to keep trickling down. And let's check out BTC. Let's check out where BTC's at. So Doc looking all right. The RSI kind of worries me though, but every other indicator is showing some good stuff on the daily at least. Let's check out where BTC's at with Bitcoin. Cheers to you, VetXRP, man. Appreciate everybody here, man. Everybody in the chat, every time. 13 viewers, 26 likes. How about ICX? I got you, dude. We love ICX. Super long-term ICX. Alright, so this is Bitcoin right here. You're still not out of this channel just yet. You did break down towards the downside, which was unfortunate. But you still could be confirming high or low. I mean, we'll see until it's out of this channel, which is a long-term support trend line. You know, you have areas of accumulation in its history around here, right? Beginning in the era of the bull run right here. And you've already started showing moments of accumulation here again. Hell, even the reason why it started to pivot in the first place and start going sideways as opposed to massive relief towards the upside very quickly and then crash down. Just kind of started going a little sideways here. If it was going to continue going down, I think we would have seen massive relief again towards the upside for BTC and then crash down. This is going to be very interesting to see what the outcome of this is going to be. It's going to be very interesting to see. Because if it goes towards the downside, then I think we can, you know, safely speculate a lot of cryptos will probably go down with it. Some cryptos do go in the inverse of BTC, and who knows, maybe it does want us, maybe it does want to come here towards this long-term support trend. Maybe it just wants to go into that 20k range and just, you know, touch the previous all-time high and treat it as support, right? Come back down to 19,444. Treat it as support. We'll see. We'll see. But it's been a major retracement already, and if it's you know, if it's super bullish, pivoting around the 61.8 ain't too bad. That's the golden retrace zone, right? Pivoting around here at the 50 to the 61.8, that ain't a bad thing at all. Oh, cheers to all of y'all. Cheers to all of y'all. Let's check out ICX. Yeah, I'm liking what I'm seeing from Bitcoin too, man. I'm keeping the faith with these cryptos, dude. It's tough to choose at around these points because you do see those bottoms, you know, you do see those long-term trends, but you know, sometimes, you know, we could just be getting greedy and hoping for that dip because then people are gonna, you know, love the deal that they can get it for, right? But if it's in a bull cycle, like I've said before, these long-term trends you want to start seeing ascend and start going towards the upside, right? You want to see it start going a little bit more into a straight line, right? It still has the chance to try to come back up here. It still does. Hell, at least you can get even a relief rally at least up to 45k. And then, you know, a lot of cryptos can run with it, get a nice relief rally as well, get rejected. Then we can talk about coming back down here towards the 20 range, right? Wouldn't be surprised if that happens, right? You see in a former accumulation zone, maybe that happens, right? Alright, let's jump over to ICX, Icon. Guys, thanks for all your support, as always. Just gotta always keep saying thanks, and because, you know, just super grateful for y'all. You guys make this channel what it is, and, you know, we're going into the charts heavy tonight on this late night DLT just because we're trying to see where this dip is going, right? Exactly, TheID. I love the stock RSI. It's a great indicator that we added to our arsenal for sure. Damn, the insider whale just gobbled up 4,000 BTC. Dang, that's crazy, man. Yeah, maybe some insider whale is seeing that it's a bottom. Want to thank everybody who donated tonight. You guys are amazing, man. Chops Fury, New Titan 888, Legendary, of course, my man. Long-term supporter, Cryptoholic. And once again, New Titan 888, man. Appreciate you guys. Much love. Helps the channel tremendously. Alright, so looking at ICX, we hit our target, right? Target achieved. We were here. got that 37% gain, came back down, sold, right? Hopefully people took profits around this range. And if they didn't, you know, maybe we get a chance for some more profits to come. We'll just have to see. But it looks like we've established an overhead resistance right there. And if we can confirm this new low right here, if this candle can close above this channel, man, tomorrow's going to be very revealing for us all, man. We'll have more information, right? The closer we get to that daily close, the more we'll have information if this is being supported or not, which I certainly hope so. For ICX, if we can get this pivot here for ICX, man, we're talking about some good gains, you know, to come. Short term, probably up to 132, hit rejection, and then maybe just be in this ascending broadening wedge for a bit, depending on how it wants to go. But, you know, don't be surprised to see just like volume that just starts coming out day after day, and then you hit the top of this channel, and then that's where we really, you know, start hitting some serious resistance. I mean, right here you do, actually. Halfway to the top of the channel you do. So what's that? 163 up to about 229 possibilities right there. If we go from, I love doing this sometimes, going from the top towards the bottom of this trend, or what we think could be the bottom, and then trying to project where our upside would be, right? So if we were to go from the upside here, could go up 50% of the way, is about a 151% gain to 195 right there. And you could still majorly retrace in a bearish trend, in a bear market, towards the downside and create a new low from there. But we're just looking for this relief period right now, right? If we get back into the bull market, that would be amazing, but right now we're just looking for those relief pumps for some of these cryptos, because they just been selling and selling and selling, right? So something's got to give in the other direction. RSI looking pretty neat right here. Got that upward momentum for the RSI lining up. Stock RSI is about to meet right here. Selling pressure, we'll see. We'll see if the selling pressure is eased up. Big time decision making right here for ICX as well. People are buying this dip right here. There's people who want to take this ride, who want to take a chance, right? They want to take a chance up to 166, 150, right? From 77 cents. That could be some great gains. Hell, the short-term gains right there at 125, 120. Even shorter-term gains up to 107. Wherever people are just going to bounce out, they're thinking this is the bottom is in right here for ICX. Once again, our long-term support trend. You do have room to touch it if you want, but don't be surprised if this is your pivot point right here. Don't be surprised. The weekly stock RSI for ICX is on the floor. Let's check it out. Yeah. Nice, man. Nice. Good find right there. Nice. Very good find right there, my dude. Yeah, if ICX breaks out up here, dude, you know, we've been trying to figure out, like, we love the speculating of it going back to its all-time high right there of $10. Like, so this is an amazing opportunity. You know, like, that's crazy that we even have this opportunity with something like ICX, that it can possibly go back. Like, you know, people, don't get me wrong, I love XRP. I'm not trying to bash XRP. But, you know, people are speculating with XRP at 60 cents, hoping for it to even just go back to $3. And then right here, we could just be speculating at 77 cents, hoping to go back up to $10 per ICX, man. Which would be absolutely bonkers. Looks like a massive cup and handle that's formed here, too. From the bear market. Bam. Come on up. Handle out. Get ready for launch. Yep, exact. I mean, Joseph, the reason these charts look the same is because there's only pennies in this market. And all these charts are so easily, you know, it's the sign of an unhealthy market. And it's an unhealthy market because not much money is in it, right? It's just pennies. So it's easy to manipulate. So when all these cryptos are going up and down together, and so on and so forth, it's just the sign of an unhealthy market. And that's why I don't know, for the past couple of months, like anytime somebody like starts shouting out like, oh, this crypto pumped, must be something different this time, it's going against the market, all this stuff, I just go, okay, you know, maybe there's something to it, but like, it's just the sign of an unhealthy market. It's not like there's something different to this crypto now. You know, unless we've seen, you know, unless there's some major news about it, like it's running a CBDC platform for some country or something. But, you know, all these cryptos being red together and green together is not the sign of a healthy market at all. We want to see these cryptos being defined by their, you know, actuality and their utility, right? That they actually exist, that they're real boats, that they are solving real world problems, that they're solving trillion-dollar problems, right? Yeah. September could be, I mean, these last 4 months of the year, you know, right now everybody's having their fun during their summer. They're not thinking about investing, and they're putting their money into their vacation stuff right now, into their vacation life, right? Just wait until those cold winter months come back around and people are back on their computers more often looking for entertainment because they don't want to go outside because it's cold as hell. Speculation will come back into these cryptos. You'll start seeing, you know, you'll probably see SNL do another wave of, you know, once you start seeing SNL doing waves of crypto advertising again, that's going to be a good way of calling the top once again. Is when you see SNL doing these skits. And if Dogefather goes on there and says Doge to the moon or to the moon again, we know it's going down south. It ain't going to the moon. That was one of the funniest things, dude, was that night of the SNL skit with Elon. And the moment he said to the moon, just major selling pressure started coming in for the market from there on out. It was hilarious. Yeah, so either way, we're closer to a bottom. Sure, we could hit that bottom, but we could also begin to pivot. It's basically the story of the night for a lot of these cryptos. Some cryptos have already hit their bottom. They're not going lower. Hopefully not. I think something special is going to happen on Friday. Dude, I think this weekend could be really exciting. I think this weekend could be really exciting. They do like to time the news with these pumps and dumps sometimes, right? And you got a pretty good journey that you could go up towards for Icon right here, at least even in the short term for a relief rally, right? Whenever you touch the top of this channel, I wouldn't be surprised, 167, and then that's when you hit some resistance right here. It just kind of trickles up, creates a higher high, creates a higher low, bam, hits this resistance right here. But those are some good gains. 77 cents to 167. Oh, we got a rumor right here on Twitter. Yeah, we'll check it out in just a second. Have you heard about Apple investing billions of BTC? Yeah, we talked about it earlier in the DL Talk live stream that we had today. And you know, yeah, I think it's great that they're investing in it. I'm just interested to see what's going to be happening for Bitcoin, because it's not the vision of Satoshi anymore, what Bitcoin is right now. You know? Especially when you're having these institutional buyers coming in. And what are their plans with it? Like, what are they planning to do with it? And is it really just money that they could afford to lose? Like, I know 2.5 billion, like no company wants to lose $2.5 billion. But, you know, maybe Apple has some plan where maybe they don't think, you know, similar to what Tesla did. You know, maybe these people who are putting these large sums of money are probably going to be making that back in some other investment they have. And so they make it seem like this investment in Bitcoin. We'll see, dude. We'll see what this journey for Bitcoin is. It's a confusing matter, man. It's an interesting asset. I don't trust an anonymous group personally that I have no clue what their intentions were, and then assuming that they were just like such a loving person and things like that. And you know, especially when it comes to, you know, the world of money, I'm not going to just assume Satoshi was just very, very loving and caring and really, you know, we'll see what ends up happening, man. That's a hard question for me to answer, obviously. What are your top 5 coins? My top 5 coins currently right now: XRP, XLM, Atom, Solana, and AKT. No, H-bar, of course, dude. H-bar. I love AKT, but I would put H-bar just ahead of it. Love AKT though. But H-bar has just been our baby since 3 cents, man. We've just been on a journey with that one for some time. I love Algorand. Algorand may creep into there one day. But yeah, those are my basic ones. I like XDC and what they're doing, and they continue building more and more momentum. Okay, we've been looking at this icon chart forever, so let's jump over to XDC. Speaking of Zinfin. Guys, thanks for the 15 viewers and the 26 likes. Appreciate you all tuning in for another late night DLT live stream. I literally have too many different tokens. I'm with you, Yosef. I mean, I said what my top 5 were. I'm not saying, I didn't say what I was holding. I hold like a ton of coins, dude. A ton of coins. I mean, it's probably not good to be this diversified, but you know, at the end of the day, we're just having fun with crypto, and I love all these cryptos. I love all these communities out there. You know, there's so many fascinating things about each of these cryptos and what they're doing for enterprises and all these different angles of which they're being adopted, and then just trying to see which ones are the right ones and what's going on. And some have longer term, you know, things, while others have shorter term things. Like, it's a fun space, man. I mean, that's why we're here, right? It's because we love crypto. Possible cup and handle situation right here. Testing the previous resistance, hopefully as support. You could go as low as around 0.08 cents. 0.77 cents for Zinfin. But looking good. Not going to lie. This is a good retracement right here from the pump. Right around that 76 cents. You broke out towards the downside. But we'll see. It could pivot right here. You're testing. That overhead resistance right here. It's a crucial time for Zinfin as well. This would be great. This would be very good if it broke out towards the upside right here. Created a higher high, higher high, higher low, higher high. Let's get that higher low, and man, we're talking about Zinfin breaking out here. Possibly. Zinfin breaking out, coming out towards 15 cents. And then, man, it's price discovery time. Like, what goes on from there, right? This could be very exciting times that could happen. Van Life Biker getting ready to be a lot more invested. Yeah, definitely 20 plus assets. Yeah, it may be too many cryptos, man. You guys are making me think I have too many cryptos now. I should consolidate it all into XRP again. Google buying Ripple? No way. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they're collaborating, right? Aren't they collaborating on Mojaloop together? And Google is on the W3C, right? And they've already said they're implementing Interledger Protocol. Oh yeah, exactly. The green, clean, efficient, fast transaction, low transaction fee cryptos are going to kick some butt in the future, without a doubt. It's too many great projects. I hear you, man. So it's either we're like super early and we're like the kids in the candy store that are just like baffled that we even have this opportunity to ourselves to accumulate all these things at like the crazy cheapest prices imaginable that probably will never be seen again, especially if this asset class becomes as grand and great as we think it's going to be. You know, we're going to be laughing. We're going to be Dan Peñas, man. You know? We would be saying, you know, it's like stealing candy from a baby, right? Can you chart Gala? Yeah, let's do that, New Titan AAA. I got you, my man. I got you, dude. But yeah, RSI looking good. Stock RSI looking great for Zinfin. Zinfin's looking great. You got your cup and handle formation. You got long-term support right here on the RSI. Selling pressure easing up, increasing bullishness. This one could be a force to be reckoned with, man. XDC could be a force to be reckoned with, without a doubt. Don't sleep on XDC. Let's chart Gala. Much love to the Blue Crew. Thanks for your support, y'all. Alright, so we did break out towards the upside for Gala. And we tested the top of the channel right here. Now we got some selling pressure. People took profits. We'll see where we go from here, man. We're in moments of pretty high volatility. Good gains, though. Good gains. We'll see. This one's one that's been consolidating forever as well, right? Yeah, I think you're going to see some selling pressure in the short term, my dude. Wouldn't be surprised if you come back down to as low as 008 again. I know that's going to suck to see, but I wouldn't be surprised if we come down here 008 and then start pivoting for Gala in the short term. Long term, if it breaks out from there, if it does find that support there, confirms the higher low, confirms this as a trend line, then you're talking about an ascending broadening wedge situation right here. You test that, and then bam, all of a sudden you just start seeing freaking Gala at 2.4, next target up to 0.242. That would be amazing, though. And that would mean you're on the breakout again. You finally broke out of your freaking long, super long, since the beginning of March consolidation right here for Gala. Gala just had a massive, massive explosion towards the upside, though. Look at that, man. Look at those gains. And you're right there at the 78.6 of the fibs retracement from the low to the high and pivoting. Good times could be ahead, man. And then the buildup of Mirandis whenever they want to freaking release that game. But I'm going to say in the short term, you do have enough room to sell a little bit to test this bottom trend again. So 008, 009 could probably be revisited in the short term. But long term, we could be getting our pivot right here. All right, let's jump over to... Yep, exactly, Legendary. Exactly, my man. I can even hear you saying that, dude. I can even hear you saying it the way you're saying it. Dot for Cryptoholic. I got you, my man. Ooh, Dot. You failed us. You failed us. Let's hope this daily candle comes back bullish, man. This could be bad news for Dot. Man, this could be nasty for Dot. If it's really breaking down towards the downside, you're talking about coming down to as low as yuck, 764, $8 Dot. Dang, that would be insane if it is breaking down towards the downside that way. The MACD looks good. The stock RSI looks good. The RSI looks good. Let's zoom in. Let's see what's going on in the 4 hour to give us some hope. Yeah, man, you created a newer low. This sucks. This sucks. This sucks for Dot, man. It really depends what this daily candle wants to do. Because this has been a moment of accumulation already, and now you're proving against it, right? Man, this daily candle is going to be crucial for Dot. You've been overselling for some time, though. Wouldn't be surprised. Wouldn't be surprised if you're getting faked out right here. If it just goes by tomorrow. Whoop, back up in here. Open up the new candle right above it. And then that could keep our hopes up. That could keep our hopes up right there. Because it's looking good on the other indicators. So it's showing that you could be oversold at this point for DOT. Like this could be the dip to buy before it goes back up. Like we've seen here where it wicked up a couple of times in the past. Right? Yep. Love the dips. Love the dips, man. This is it. This is where people make money, man. These red times. Some people cry, you know, like Rob Cash says, while you're crying, I'm buying. Dot just bought more. Was it a good buy? I can't tell you that, man. Can't tell you. I do love Dot long term though. I do like Dot long term. Could explain why Google construction has stopped. They were saving to buy Ripple. Interesting. I do believe these like monopolies and oligopolies of these you know, the Googles, the Amazons. I think it's going to be an interesting evolution for them because you're already seeing the way China's PBOC is cracking down. I don't know if you guys like, you know, maybe early Blue Crew members know about this, but we used to talk about this thing called Wang Lian, and it was the People's Bank of China's way of leveling the playing field amongst their central banks and their payment providers. Or these applications that they have like Alipay, WeChat Pay, and so forth, and their information not being shared with these central banks. So the People's Bank of China now has set policies to make sure that these companies are completely transparent with the central banks. And it makes sense because if we are creating this internet of value, and we spoke of the vision earlier today, these central banks are going to be vaults, right, in the internet of value. So if they're going to be vaults in the internet of value, then that means these payment providers and payment applications like, you know, Alipay and WeChat Pay and whatever is there, it's going to have to be, you know, working in tandem with the People's Bank of China, and maybe even possibly evolve into something else. And you know, we've heard about Wang Lian right here for People's Bank of China. And so what is Wang Lian, right? Wang Lian was something that they were setting up around 2018, 2017, the central clearinghouse for mobile payments in China, right? And so what it is, it's a non-bank interpayment union, sort of like maybe what you could say with Mojaloop or RippleNet, right? And they said it will come in force by June 2018. There's not been any news of this since then, really. Since 2018, 2019. There haven't been any more updates. This move from the PBOC could give banks an advantage, as previously private proprietary transaction data is now shared. So the relationship between bank and customer is actually going to improve, despite what people think about being independent from these, you know, third parties, right? In terms of being able to make payments. Like, people will be able to make payments. They're just going to be given from these banks a better payment service, right? So here it even says mobile payment firms like Tencent and Ant Financial in China will soon have to share transaction data with their competitors. This comes as People's Bank of China set up a new central clearinghouse, Wang Lian, that such firms will be forced to use. And it's going to probably involve blockchain, right? Could be Interledger Protocol. Could be Mojaloop. I think we even did research into it and found out how Wang Lian was connected to Mojaloop back in the day. The plan is nowhere near finished, but they have stopped after first building in the blockchain city. Yep. I had bought into Chain Games because they said they was going to sign a deal with EA Sports, but it hasn't done anything compared to everything else. Oh, that's a tough one. That's a tough one, Yosef. Yeah, someone's loading up on Dot. Yeah, Big Wang. The Big Wang Lian. The good old Wang Lian. Big Wang Lian. But anyways, guys, we're getting close to the 2-hour mark. I don't know if I can hold out any longer, but I appreciate you guys and your support so much. Much love to the Blue Crew. We definitely went a little overtime, but man, it was good times with y'all on the late night DLT live stream. Thanks for tuning in, y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And, you know, just much love to the Blue Crew, man. Thank you, guys. Thank you, BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto community, Blue Crew community, ADA community, Atom community, BNB community, DOT community, Doge community, Flare community, all the communities out there. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. I'll see you guys very soon. Our future is bright. Adios.